All right, so if you are someone who follows me, my friend, you know that time management is like a huge thing that I'm always talking about. And that's because good time management is essential to reaching your goals. You need to be able to manage your time effectively and efficiently. You have to be able to prioritize tasks, and you also need to be very realistic about deadlines. Knowing what needs to be done when and focusing on getting it done means you're practicing good time management. So these are my 8 top tips. Number one on the list is creating a to-do list. So that simply means that you are listing out everything you want to accomplish for the day and listing it out either on paper or into some kind of electronic system is just a really good way to remember all the things you have to get done. And from there, that's where you can create a weekly to-do list. But just make sure that every daily step is clearly outlined. Number two, make sure you're ranking that to-do list. So after you create the tasks, you rank them from most important to least important. Number three, posting your to-do list. Putting it somewhere that you can always see it, whether that's in your planner, on your calendar. You can even post it on a whiteboard or a bulletin board in your office. If you always see the list, you're never going to forget that you have something to do. Number four, know your responsibilities. So you're writing the exact time that you have to finish the task, the materials that you need for the task, and the name of the person that you're meeting, if the task is a meeting, or the person that the task has been assigned to. If this is something that you've outsourced to someone or you're having a team member take care of for you. Make sure that those notes are highlighted and noted on your list because that is going to ultimately work best. Number five, avoid unnecessary tasks. Huge, huge here. So whether you've done your to-do list in writing, you want to analyze the least important task in terms of whether you really need to do them at all. If so, then you may need to adjust your schedule for the day. And if not, then you can allocate more time for other tasks, or you can just take the opportunity to rest. Ask for help when you need it so you can focus on what's necessary for you to get done. Next on the list is setting realistic deadlines. So when you're working on something and you set a deadline, make sure that it's realistic. Don't try to rush yourself so you can finish it early. Take everything one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't force yourself to finish something quicker just because you want to, because that's going to result in poorer work quality. And above all, don't set yourself up for failure by assigning a due date that you know is impossible to reach. Next, set your break time. So working all day with no breaks is no fun, and it's not healthy. So a rule of thumb is you rest 10 minutes for every hour of work that you do. That's 10 minutes for every hour of work. Generally, this can be broken into like the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes on, 5 minutes of a break time. Then after 3 hours, make sure you're taking that longer break, at least 30 minutes, so you can eat, you can stretch, and you can just get your mind off those tasks at hand. This is going to result in optimal focus when you do return to the task that you've been doing. And lastly, put away the distractions. In today's modern world, there's a lot of things that can distract us. I mean, it can be phones, it can be mobile devices, gadgets, the internet, especially Facebook or other social media platforms. So many things. How are you supposed to finish your work if you're spending time on all those other things? So put away the things that are distracting you. Don't check your inbox every single minute. You can do that on breaks, or you can schedule that into a different time slot in your schedule. If you're prone to look at your phone, put it in another room and just check it during break time. Stop having notifications pushed to your desktop or to your phone. And once you learn to pay less attention to all those outside distractions, getting the job done is going to be so much easier. So, the key to productivity is good time management. And prioritizing is difficult, but it's essential if you want to get things done. Aside from being more efficient and productive, it's going to help alleviate that stress in your entire life. Learning how to prioritize is not an impossible task. You just have to determine what needs to be done and how much time you need to do it in.